and we're going to talk about our goals. And today we're talking about goals. We're talking about goal setting. We're talking about the importance of goals, and then we'll talk about tracking goals as well. The importance of having a goal is real, and I know that for a long time it's just been a buzz thing to have a goal. It's been this major buzzword, and everything in life is achievable, and this and that and this and that, and when it gets said so many times, it feels like cheese. It just does. However, that doesn't discount that there's truth there to grab hold of and take part in. And so we want to go ahead and glean from the truth of it. And the truth of it is what you focus on expands. It just does. If we focus on something over and over and over and over and over, it eventually happens. Every guy in this meeting focused on a girl and wore her down. It took time, it took effort, it finally happened. Every thing that I've accomplished, I had to chip away. I had to chip away. It had to take time and chip away, but I kept focusing on that, and eventually it created what I was after. Sometimes that changed. What I wanted to be when I was in high school was the trombonist for the Tonight Show band with Johnny Carson. That's what I wanted. I thought that would be the best gig on earth. And I would go from that studio through the week and then go to Saturday Night Live on the weekends. You're too young. You wouldn't know. So that changed. Why did it change?
Your life changed.
I didn't want it anymore. Could I have gotten it? Here's the thing. Who here is good at drawing? Anybody? No? Who here is a good singer? Nobody's raising their hands.
Kelly is, she's embarrassed.
Just rap.
Who's a good dancer? Tana can dance. Nobody else. I haven't seen. Did anybody in favor there? Malia raised a hand. Okay, she can cut a rug. Tana or Toddy?
You don't want to see me dance.
I don't want to see you. All of a sudden, I
start-
really do.
It might start raining.
So here's the thing. If I would have asked you that in kindergarten, who would have raised their hand that they were good at drawing?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, all of us. Who would have raised their hand when I said, "Are you a good singer?"
Yeah.
Would you have raised your hand when I said, "Can you dance?"
Mhm.
Yeah. What happened? Not true. Not true. And you changed your perception. You change your perception of what's good. Thomas, can you draw a truck and me know that it's a truck?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Thank you. Have a good day. Cheers.
yeah. I'm sure you could.
Right.
That's good,
Yeah.
but it's not professional.
Right.
You're not doing amazing art. Well, the same thing happens. We hear singers. We hear Adele. Holy cow! I can't sing. Yeah, you can. If you can carry a tune, you can sing. Some people cannot carry a tune. They can't sing, but that's okay. Can you keep the beat when you're dancing? Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I'm no Dancing with the Stars, Tana, but I can keep the beat. and every now and then do something that makes people laugh, and is entertaining. Yeah, I'm a good dancer. I will tell you, my mentality is if I spent the time on anything, I could do it. If I spent the time on anything, I'm very confident that I can make something decent out of that. I am not good at drywall. Not good at it. Guess what? I don't like it. Because I don't like it, I have not spent the time to figure out how to texture a wall to make it look like it's not a patch. I would rather spend the money for somebody else to do that. I don't want to do it. Guess what? I could. That's not a hard thing to figure out how to texture something.
Takes time.
It
and
takes
effort.
time and effort that I don't want to do. It's the same thing with real estate. Your real estate goals are going to take time. They're going to take effort. We live in a society where so many things come like that it's really frustrating when it doesn't. However, what you focus on expands. So if we focus on our real estate goal, we can make it happen. The best thing to focus on with your real estate goal, two things. One is the amount. You want an amount. You want an amount. It does not matter that you don't need the amount, but you need an amount for your goal. Otherwise, what's it funding? You guys think that I do real estate because I'm passionate about real estate and that's it? No, it funds my life. It funds who I am and what I want to do. Now, the other thing is that you have to have a clear why. So many people get into real estate to replace their income. That's fine. However, it can do so much more. Most people live at their income, so you never build wealth. Most people do that. When you create your budget, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to share the screen and get this up on the screen here. When you create a budget, most people create that budget to cover their home expenses. That's what they do. They say, okay, here's my mortgage and my Netflix. I've got shelter. I've got entertainment. I'm okay.
Number 10.
We go down to a POA fee. If you don't cut your own yard, a lot of people at this point do this. And I'm going to cut my own yard. Housekeeping, that's out. Maintenance for the home. Groceries, gas, water, electric. So what they've done here is they've minimized their existence. If you want someone to cut your yard and you want someone to clean your home, it needs to be in your budget. You need to know what that looks like. On auto, you've got insurance, fuel, and maintenance. I've got car wash and a car repair fund in mine. This is a great one. Car. New car savings. And you might do that as a 5-year. And you might say 40K. So that's $8K a year to save. for a new car. And you can just go in and pay cash like a big shot. When I've sat down with people going over budget before, we start looking here at the personal care, and they're like, oh, I really don't spend anything on clothes. I don't really spend anything on hair. We don't do dry cleaning. I don't have a gym membership. I tell you, you're in this business long enough, you're going to have this. And then down here, what I see an awful lot of is this. It's just empty. It's just empty. I don't understand that, because if you are working just to cover this, you're missing the opportunity that real estate has for you. Now, a lot of us in our organization have absolutely nothing to do with this. We have a spouse with another income that covers all of that, and we're fine. We're fine, and it's not needed, and it's fine. I don't need you to need this to have a goal. Down here, we have an agent. The entire existence of the agent's licenses for this. That's what the license.
Put your Zoom on mute, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to reply?
Let's see here. What is wrong with that? What's wrong with them having
Nothing.
that as their goal? Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all.
Not having a goal is the issue.
Not having a goal is the issue. What you focus on expands. Now, if you are the breadwinner or you're turning real estate into your breadwinning, my advice is to include all of this. We are in an unprecedented time in real estate right now where it's quite possible you'll make more money in real estate in these years than in the years to come. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. That means that during this time, this is extremely important. And if you're not thinking about this, you really should be. You really should be. It is an unprecedented time. If you make in a month an extra, and it's so possible right now, let's say in 3 months, you make $40,000 over your regular budget. Man, that's a 20% down payment on a $200,000 property, guys. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That will create generational wealth for your family. It's time to be thinking about those things and entering those here so you can make that expand and make it happen. Now, if you do it says enter an annual number. Well, my goal may be to have, let's say I want 50K in three years to buy my first investment property with. Divide that by 3 and put it in there. If you don't start planning for it, you never will. You never will. Now, from here, see you, Jeff. Good luck.
I appreciate it.
If you don't have fun, you're living to work. I'm really good at that. The reason I'm really good at that is I really do enjoy what I do. However, Felicia and Malia can tell you that before I left for Mexico, I was a different person than when I returned. We have to take our breaks. We have to have fun. 1 year, one of the things in there was a motorcycle. Do I need a motorcycle? Absolutely not. Guess what? I didn't need two either, but I have two. Is it sensible? No, it's fun. I like it. And then we budget for our business and we budget for our, well, both of those are business. So you've got your auto flow budget and then you've got your business budget underneath that. You've got giving underneath that. It is important to be a giver. There's a great book out. I'll post the title. It's about givers and how much more they earn than non-givers. And it's very, very cool. Very cool. So then you've got your totals. I like how it sums up the percentages on this thing. You can download this. You can edit it any way you'd like to and make it happen. The other thing in this budget that I just absolutely like a lot is that it has a feel-good account. So in your wealth planning, I believe is where it is, maybe lower. Yep, feel-good account. How much money do you want in an account to feel good and just have there and leave there? If you need to use it, it's there for you to use, and then you need to catch it up. That is a wonderful thing to have. And if you know that number and why you have that number, you'll feel good about it. My number came right from I always forget his name. What's the Christian budget guy? Dave Ramsey. Yeah, Dave Ramsey says to have a 3-month buffer. Well, I'm an independent contractor. I'm going to have a 6-month buffer. So we have a 6-month buffer for home. And last year, amazingly, Smith and Associates in its 3rd year has a 6-month buffer for the business. Fantastic that we were able to accomplish that and make it happen. But that feel-good account, guys, you want to talk about removing stress in your life. Working to put that together and having that there. Will it be done in a year? I don't know. What's your goal? Is your goal to have it done in 2, 3, 4, 5? Whatever. Just do it. Put it in there and do it. I review my budget for the business and for our home every Monday. It is living. It's not stagnant. It doesn't stay put because I have children. And because things break that I didn't know that broke, but it broke. And I didn't know that was something that would have to be done. So it's okay for these things to change. They won't change much, and it will always go up. Unless big ticket items that you do one time happen. Last year, we bought 2 vehicles. Isaac needed a full-size truck, and Rachel needed her first car. That was an expensive year. I'm happy that's over. Yep. So that was different, and our budget did go down this year. So this is living. Review it, focus on it, and guess what? It'll happen. It'll happen. Most people focus on, how am I going to pay rent? How am I going to pay my mortgage? That's what they focus on. I've got to get my mortgage paid. I got to get my mortgage paid. So guess what? They get their mortgage paid, but none of this comes to fruition because they don't focus on it. It's not something in their wheelhouse. You have a license to sell real estate. Anything can happen. Anything. I had no plans at all to sell properties over $1 million. None. I had a discussion with my first broker, frustrated really frustrated, saying, man, I am out here busting it, selling more properties than any other agent in your office. And then some agent comes in and the only transaction they have is, and this is 04, is $500,000. And I'm like, this is insane. They don't even know what they're doing. And they got a $500,000 deal. And I'm out here like, I know what I'm doing and I'm making things happen. And everything's 75,000 to 125. And he said, are you paying your bills? And I said, yes, I am. And I'm working like a dog for it. And he said, if that deal falls through, that's their only one. That's it. And if it falls through, they're done. Also, you will get those. It will come. Your sphere is going to change. They were older than me. I was in my 20s when I got my license. They're older than me. They know different people at a different stage of life that have more money than the people you know. It will come. And here I am this year. It looks like I'm going to sell already 2, maybe 3 multi-million-dollar properties. So it happens. It happens. It comes. Focus on it and it'll expand. Use those larger things to create wealth. Those larger sales create wealth. Put that money away. Let the smaller sales manage your expenses. He also said, most people only perform at the level of their need. That is wisdom that I don't think that he knew that he threw out there, because he's just a jovial, silly guy. But most people perform at the level of their need, and that's it. This is not a job where you have to perform at the level of your need. You can go way beyond, way beyond. If you create this budget, if you create this budget and this budget and this budget and this, you will much more easily create a balanced life. People that only focus on this, wow. People that only focus on their expenses do not have a balanced life. They're slaves to it. They're slaves to it. When you set your goal, it needs to include all of this, and you'll get a total at the bottom to earn. Of course, that doesn't have much in it. You'll get your total at the bottom to earn. When you get that total at the bottom to earn, if that is your focus, instead of this total, things change in your head. Things change in your head because you're not thinking, I need $4,000 to survive this month. You're thinking, I need $12,000 to thrive. I need $12,000 this month and we'll thrive and things will be awesome. I'm going for 12. So that focus really changes you. It really changes you. That also will set what you want, of course, for your 3 or 6 month buffer or whatever your feel good is. What you focus on expands. If you're only focused here, guess where you'll live? Right there, the whole time. The whole time. I know it because even in real estate, I did it. And Ninja totally changed my perspective on what was possible. And we began creating wealth. And seriously, that's only been 5 years, six, maybe 7. Not long. I think 7 years since my first Ninja. So it really makes a difference. Goal setting is the start. How do you know? Let's say that your goal, let's say, is $200,000. How do you know how to get that? What now? To get $200,000, what do I have to do in the Ninja plan? Anybody? Bueller? There's a very simple answer. It's have 200 names in your database, 200 households. The Ninja Plan says that for every household you have in your database, you'll earn $1,000. That was based on a lower price point, average price point than what we're in. And what we're in will easily create 200,000 and pay for your cap. Easily. So if you have a database that you're caring for and you work the system because the system works, you'll earn the $200,000 income. Now, if you have a different price point, we have agents working in a very different price point than the average. Your average price point is what you should base that on. And then you know how many homes to put in your database. That's how it works. If your average price point is 800,000, you need far less. If you, let's say 900,000, you need a third of that. You need a third of that. So does that all make sense? If you have a goal and it's clean and clear, you can write an affirmation. If you're not writing your affirmation, you're not focused on it and it won't expand. When I first started writing affirmations, I'd never made a six-figure income. Hadn't happened. And I started writing my affirmation all year long. I wrote, I enjoy earning over $100,000 in, I think it was 2015. I'll have to look. I enjoy earning over $100,000 in 2015. That's 25 times a day, every day, all year. And in November, I found out that I'd broken that. The year after that, I didn't write an affirmation one single day about income. And I more than doubled it. Why? How? That stem in the back of my brain changed and said, this is possible. This is possible. You don't have to have a poverty mindset anymore. You don't have to live the life that your parents lived. This is possible. And you don't have to feel bad about making money, because I did. I felt bad about it. Like, Dad never did this. Who do I think I am? I'm me. I'm not him. I'm me. And it changed, and I more than doubled it. Last year, it way changed. And I've said before, I don't ever want to do that again. That was too much work. And this year I'm on track to beat it. But if you don't focus on a goal, it won't happen. And this year, my goal, I have a very clear financial goal. I have that, but that's not what I'm focusing on. I have another personal goal that I'm focused on, that my affirmation is about, that has absolutely nothing to do with real estate. It's about life. So switch it up, focus on what matters to you right now. If what matters to you right now is to create that wealth, then that's what you need to do. But if you don't have a number, at least I have my number. Does that make sense? I don't need to focus on that number, because I know exactly what I need to do to get the number. I'm already beyond where I need to be for this part of the year. It's fine. It's fine. I've got my plan. The system works. I'm working the system. It's fine. Chelsea sat in the lobby with me yesterday while I made my Ford calls. And she was like, I can do this. Yeah. I call people and I sing happy birthday to them. That's what I do. That's silly. It's a dad thing. I don't sing a regular happy birthday song. It's a ridiculous thing. I know a few different ones, and it depends on the person, what they're going to get. I might even rap. But you just go through those and stay at top of mind and do your mail outs and do your handwritten notes, do your real estate reviews. Yesterday, I did 5 in-person real estate reviews, and an investor's ready to buy more investments, and a client and friend looks like they're going to be able to get rid of mortgage insurance, which would be great for their young family. That would be amazing. So I went out, I did my things, and today I'm going to do it again because I come to work and I get it done. The way we talked about tracking, and the way that we track these things, we will go into the drive. And we will go into business planning. And you've got your Ninja Week. Track it. Did you say your gratitudes? Mark the box. Did you do a positive reading? Because if all you're doing is giving out and not putting in, you're going to get empty. Did you do your affirmations? Did you exercise? Because exercising tells your brain your decisions matter. When you exercise, you eat better. You do. You've invested something and you're like, I'm not screwing that up. I know, because I'm back on the wagon. You guys can tell me every time you notice that I look a little better, please. Call your hot list and your warm list. I called my hot list on the way to Bentonville this morning and got through it. Your hot list are people that you're currently working with. Your warm lists are the people that have a life change that could create a need for real estate, and all you're doing with them is being kind. You're not talking real estate with them yet. You haven't been given permission. Make your 5 Ford calls, write your 2 cards, make sure that you get 50 voice-to-voice or face-to-face visits. All of these count. Update your database once a week, review your weekly, monthly, and annual goals, review your life list, because we don't live to work. We work to live. We are funding our life. Do at least 2 real estate reviews and at least 2 face-to-face meetings, and you got some space down here to make notes. It is that easy. It is. I'm not lying. It is that easy. If you don't have this all figured out yet, a great thing to do is to go into your Monday morning agenda every Monday and build yourself up with that. It will get you through all of these things. And you can say, I don't even know what that is. If I don't know what that is, what do I need to do? I need to sit down with Jason. I need to sit down with Bill. I need to sit down with Eric, with Travis, or any other top producer that we have, and get through this, or any other person that's been through Ninja. Abby would love to sit down and tell you what these things are, and she is a student of Ninja. Any of us that have been through Ninja would love to sit down and do this. If you go over these things, you are focusing on your business. What happens when you focus on your business? It expands. How many offers did I write last week? 0. How many contracts did I get accepted? 0, because I didn't write any. How many deals closed last week? 0. How many new listings did I take? 0. Guys, that's not bad. It's just truth. It's just truth. Quit thinking that putting those things in means failure. It doesn't. It just means that you're tracking your business. Did I call every seller? Did I call every buyer under contract? Buyers and sellers not yet under contract. And then additional info. This whole meeting with yourself on Monday morning should not take more than 10 minutes. It's not hard. It's not at all. Read Mastery, review your business plan, which is your budget, review your annual, monthly, and weekly goals, review your notes from last week. I like reviewing your life list on this as well. I like on this sheet that we have on life list what we're going to do this week, this month, and this year. A lot of times on this week, I will write, have a perfect ninja week. I want to make sure all my boxes get marked. However, sometimes something that I've really been looking forward to is going to happen this week. So it gets to go down on this week. Next week, on this week, I'll be at Ninja. That's exciting. I'm going to put that down for my life list. For this month, we went to Mexico. That was my month. For this year, I normally do put my my income goal. But if I focus on those things and see those on my sheet every day that I'm marking my boxes, those things will expand. You have to focus on your goals. You have to focus on your tracking for them to expand, for them to happen. Did you write your affirmations? When you write your affirmations, they expand. You start believing it's true and will happen. Guys, you can draw. You can dance, you can sing. And together, have you ever heard a choir sing and it just be the most beautiful thing? And then you heard an individual from the choir and you're like, how are they in that choir? They're not that good. As a musician, I hear that all the time. They can sing really well in a choir. The choir works together. Come into the office because real estate happens here. Part of your daily Ninja 9 right here, you're all right, is show up. Real estate happens at a real estate office. If you show up, your business will expand. It will. It will grow. I know that's hard for some people. I know with young children, with another job, other things going on, I get it. I get it that some people have different goals in real estate than a full-time professional. I get it. But for those of you that don't, you better show up. You better show up because it will change you. Real estate happens in real estate offices and your business will expand. So you can draw. If you don't think you can sing, we sing a lot better together. Show up and it will help you. Don't be afraid to say, hey, Jason, I want some help on this. And that brings me to Rachel Spearman. She and I are meeting on Thursday morning, 9:30 at the office, because she wanted to go through the listing presentation with me. We're opening that up, of course, to anybody that wants to come. So 9:30 at the Fayetteville office, if you want to come and see how I do a listing presentation and how I get through that, I'd be happy to take you through that. That will not be a Zoom meeting. That's an in-person meeting only, because I believe that's something that will help you form a relationship so you can practice with someone else. The listing presentation is something that truly should be practiced, not just learned and then go home. So thank you, Rachel, for reaching out and asking for that. And anytime you guys feel you need training on something like that, that is a wonderful thing, just to step out and say, hey, can you help with this? Because the answer is going to be yes, every freaking time. It might be tomorrow, but we'll schedule it and we'll get it done. So you can dance, you can draw, you can sing, and we're here to help you do it. Get your goals defined. It's such an important thing to have your goals defined, gang. Without that, you have no direction. You do not get in your car and start driving with nowhere to go. You just don't do it, not with these gas prices. if Sue liked that joke. Thanks, Sue. If you do get in your car with nowhere to go, that's the purpose. That's the purpose. And so have purpose and create a goal and define it, and then track it. One last thing that I just love that we do are these scorecards that we're sending out. When you have a closing, from that point on, you're getting scorecards from your admin here at the office. Actually, I think Tana sends all of those out. I'm not sure.
No, we split.
You split them up? Okay. So you're getting your scorecard. That scorecard has such cool information because not only does it tell you, these are the number of your closings. This is how many you have under contract. This is the number of real estates you've turned into the office. Turn your real estate reviews in, guys, please. It really helps you. It really helps you. This is the number of buyer agency agreements we currently have. Turn those in. Please turn those in. They're listing agreements. They're the exact same thing as a listing agreement. Quit holding on to those. They don't belong to you. It's wrong. Turn those in. But then it says, this is how many you've sold this year and what your production this year has been. And based on your production for the year, here's how much you can anticipate earning for the remainder of the year. Also, based on that, here's how much you've earned based on a 40-hour work week for the year. This is your hourly rate. Putting that value helps you create judgment calls. When my value went up to a certain amount is when I said, well, I'm done mowing the yard. Not going to do that anymore. My worth per hour is more than that, and I find no joy in this. It's not my thing. If I found joy in it, I'd still do it. But I don't. So it really helps that judgment call. And then it shows you based on your performance, what you can expect to earn for the year if things continue the way that you're working now. So just a fantastic tool, really cool. And that's my meeting. So Travis, are you there still?
Yep, I'm still here.
What stands out to you today? What was your favorite part of the meeting?
Well, going over the budget thing, because it was nice because Autumn was actually in the vehicle when we were going over that. So I was telling her, like, it's probably important that you hear this too. So that way we're both on the same page and we can, continue. Because I think it was probably November when we last sat down and went over that spreadsheet line by line.
Yeah.
So to kind of go over it again is good. It's good info for sure.
Good deal. Good deal. Dan, whoop, we lost Daniel. He didn't want to talk. Joni.
Unmute myself. Just doing it. That's my problem. It's so, just like you said, it's so easy to do, but it's also because it's so easy not to do. So I had been doing my affirmations and I need to do that again. And I was thinking, as you were talking, I have a little office space in my house and I need to rework that office space and put things up on my wall where I can see it and not be shoved on my desk. That's, for me, that's what I need to do. I need to be able to see it. It needs to be in front of my face where I walk by it all day long and just, it's there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, good. Let that motivate you. That's awesome. Sue.
I need to start a car budget to buy a new car.
That's smart. That's smart. I love it. Rachel.
Just doing that. We have our budget, but not plugged into here. So I need to get it plugged into there to dial it in a little more and be able to focus on it. So that's good.
Good. Awesome.
Reminder.
Awesome. I can't see who's on the couch in Fayetteville. Hello. I don't know. All right. Eric.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Doing good, man. What stood out to you today?
Ninja stuff again, man. Just we really can't, I don't think we can be reminded enough of how well this system is set up for success. I just love hearing about it every single time.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Felicia, you guys got anything for me?
No.
No. Who's on the couch?
Stephanie and Charity.
Stephanie and Charity. Charity, what stood out?
Well, I loved hearing how our newer agents are wanting to get involved and be a part of it and learn. I think that's really encouraging to hear that they're super motivated, and it helps to keep me motivated hearing their excitement.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's very natural for me. I don't know if it is for you guys, but for me, when other people do well, I have no problems celebrating, but I also feel pushed. I also feel like, man, I've got to keep going. Stephanie, what stood out?
I just like reiterating the importance of looking at your budget on a regular basis and tracking things just week to week.
That's that bookkeeping mind in Stephanie right there. Review that budget. Don't let it just sit there. Malia, anything stand out for you?
Yeah, I think just it's kind of got me really ninja focused. Because I'm going next week, it's really I'm just looking forward to it and the different mindset that I think I'll come back with. So yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Felicia?
The new budget spreadsheet.
You need
I
a
love
new
it.
budget spreadsheet. Yes, ma'am.
No,
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one better than the boxes. It's
Yeah.
less intimidating.
It is. It is. I thought about even doing it tab by tab and then having a report at the end, but I don't think people like tabs. So I didn't do it. Well, guys, thank you for joining us this week. I appreciate you guys and those here in Bentonville. Actually, I didn't give them a chance. Thomas, what stood out?
Like Travis said, talking to the wife about getting on the budget and like looking at those things, because we've talked about it before, but again, we typically focus on what do we need to take care of versus what do we want to take care of, and making sure that our we budget for our fun as much as we budget for our necessities.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And for your wealth.
yeah.
And for your wealth. Toddy?
I need a bigger database.
Yes. Yep. Yep. And it'll come. It'll come. Yep. Focus on it. How's that?
There you
And it'll
go.
expand. Tana?
I've been trying to do the Ninja 9 every day, and so I am in the drive every single day, and I didn't even know there was
The sheet?
the sheet on there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I need to print that out and have it. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate you showing us it was in there.
Absolutely. Yep. Kelly?
Just overall goal setting, coming up with that number that you want to hit, that production number, or even like the number of listings,
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
want to get for the remainder of the year, like have
Yeah.
a goal.
Yes.
Specific goal.
That's awesome. Thank you. That's pro. That's pro. I love it. All right, guys. Any admin news, anything we need to know about?
Just that you'll be gone next week for Ninja.
Not even true. That's one thing. The big thing that's coming up is what?
And
The awards banquet. The banquet is Thursday. What
Oh
time?
my God.
6 to 9. Where at?
6 to 9.
Elks Lodge in Fayetteville. That's
That's
right.
much.
Wear your hats with horns on.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. We'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.
Joke